seems that everybody's pushing for completion. However, I've found that it's important things in life that you don't complete. 3 weeks ago, all I could think about was getting out of high school, being free, done with homework, papers, projects, and people. I was ready to complete this chapter of my life. You know, there are a few places where people aren't working for the weekends, where they aren't working for a certificate or pat on the back, because they know that they are growing through the steps they take every day. And luckily, I had the chance to see that.
All I need is you, Lord. I've got everything. All I need is you, Lord. I've got everything. Somewhere.
Wednesday, April 29th, my father and I packed our bags and headed to Uganda. I had no idea what to expect. I just knew the adventure had begun. It's hard to leave such a perfect place, such a comfortable place. But we aren't called to be comfortable.
Gives thanks to his God up above. With his simple offering of love, he has nothing on earth to his name. But with all of his heart, he starts to sing. All I need is you, Lord. I've got everything. All I need.
After our unexpected adventure in Istanbul, we landed in Kigali. The air smelled like soil, and I knew that I was a long way from home. The first thing I learned was to listen. We were guided around Kigali by a local Rwandan. He told us stories about the genocide, and yet how God had transformed such a terrible thing into a prospering country. At home, I'd only listen if I had to. Whether it was a lecture in class or a presentation, I had to listen. But here, I found freedom in listening. After Kigali, we drove across the border to Uganda, to Burundi, a lake located in the southern part. It's there that I learned to be flexible. It seems that here calendars rule our lives. Everybody has to be somewhere, and everything has a timestamp. But in Burundi, that wasn't the case. The only thing we had to worry about was the rain. So as we were canoeing across this vast lake, the rain would come and we'd pull off to the side and sit there for a little while until it passed. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe even an hour. But we weren't in a hurry. It didn't matter. We had one place to be that night, and that was it. The last part of our trip we spent in Kampala, one of the larger cities in Uganda. There, we spent time at an orphanage called the Good Samaritan. My dad, my friends, and I had the opportunity to sit down and listen to these kids get up one by one and speak about what they wanted to be and who they were becoming. Some of them said mechanic, some of them said doctors. Yet there were these 3 kids that stood up and said that they were going to study film in India. And that is when my heart hit. There was Rebecca, Joy, and Maha. As I listened to them speak, I felt this pull on my heart that I'd come thousands and thousands of miles to meet these 3 kids. These 3 kids that saw the future of Uganda, where it was going, and wanted to change it through media. The last day there, we went back to the orphanage and I met again with Rebecca, Maha, and Joy. We talked about film and about what God was doing in their lives. We prayed together and we prayed for the future of Uganda and our lives. Uganda had taught me so much. Traveling through the streets, swerving around the cars, and almost dying a couple times was one of the most amazing trips I ever had. Most of all, it taught me how to listen. It taught me how to be flexible, and it taught me to never lose passion.